Hi guys, Troublemaker here, and today I'm going to be doing all the basics of Anno 2205, and these will be pretty basic, but for people who have been playing this game for a while, maybe you'll learn something that you might have missed. So, first things first is how population works. So when you scroll over each one, it'll tell you how many workers, or how many people you need for each thing. So we're going to lay down some workers and unlock some buildings. So, about that many. There we go. And we only need one for the first round.
What words to do?
Upgrades.
We're on it.
And everyone's super happy about that.
Expanded.
Now, people here have needs: water, information, so organic food, water, and information. But as you can see, my building resource is quite small. Now, this is the only building resource in the game that you can build without requiring another building resource, as completely illogical that sounds.
Building types possible.
So we're going to be building a
I know it's a lot of things
decent
to keep
amount of these
memorizing,
facilities,
but Adam compiled you a database. You can access
so
all
we
the
can get things
information you
going
need.
faster. Now, if
Great.
you run out
Building
of
material
materials,
shortages shouldn't be an issue anymore.
every single zone will have a branch office for some sort of trader. This one's Nick Papadakis. I think all of the regular places are Nick Papadakis. After 15 minutes, I'll be able to buy and sell from him. So, like I said, the whole goal here is to meet needs. Now, keep in mind, this has no needs met at all. It's 1 unit per residence. 1 unit per residence, okay? So we're going to lay down our first, resource that we'll be using, and that is going to be food. So we're going to lay down. Great.
Organic
Now,
food is perceived as needless luxury by many megacorps.
every single one of these buildings
Good to see you
has
share the
costs
union's perspective.
for workforce, power, logistics, and credit maintenance. So it's going to cost you money, it's going to cost you workers, it's going to cost you power, and it's going to cost you a stat called logistics. Power, at the beginning of the game, will come with these solar, wind panels, but eventually it'll be upgraded to better. Logistics will be handled by these logistics buildings. And credits are earned
Human
through
resources
people. So we
insufficient.
go into the building here, and we notice, oh my god, it's now double. And it will continue to grow as you meet their needs. As these buildings continue to grow, they'll begin offering more tax revenues, this resource generated. So, and also this other resource, workforce. So you can see here we're kind of low on workforce right now. So we're going to lay down more structures here and be able to quickly generate those. And you always
Your
have to
industry
have
suffers
a
from a
road
shortage of workforce.
connecting
This
your
impairs productivity.
warehouse with your buildings.
Darwin.
Very
That's the
good.
only way
We
they
should
can
standardize the
get things delivered.
process.
So now we unlock
Your
another
construction
resource here,
crew is
water.
one of the first ready.
And
Keep up the
we
pace.
have this other one that's
Your
unlocked at
competitors
200
will try to
workers.
catch up.
So
For the next construction stage,
keep in mind, looking here,
you'll
we
need
have 2
qualified ground
workers.
staff to
So we're not on
operate
a
the
water.
spaceport. Make sure to
Water's a very
adhere to
important
union
resource,
standards while
and
providing the required
This
infrastructure.
will not actually operate until it's fully connected. And worth mentioning, as soon as you
need
connect
this
it, it will show you
desalination plant.
how much more you
These
need.
days, it's
So I went
the
from
only way to
-2
come by drinkable water.
+3. So now we've laid down water.
Sorry,
And
it must be
what kind of effect will we have on the population here? Now, it's a little time passed, there we go. We bumped to 3, and now we have 9 income. So we've been able to increase our population of workforce as well as our money coming in, which is still quite low, but will do. And while that's happening, our total workers in the area are also growing through, so that we can unlock more things. Just lay down a whole bunch of these buildings here. That's not considered to be a lot, actually. And the whole point of this is actually to be able to get promoted to the next level. Now, before moving on, there are some things that are to recognize. One is that logistics has a different effect closer to the production than it does further. Note that when I'm over here, it only gives me 30 supply. Here it gives me 58 because there's more production buildings here.
Expanded.
This is true also of information centers and all of these needs-based things here. Here, I get +6, and it won't show me over here because there's nothing actually over here. So I'm going to lay this down. I just want to make sure
Broad range
this
of
is
information
confirmable. This is
services.
something that you
This
will
will
know.
enable your
I'm
employees to
going to blow
develop
up
their
a bigger map
interests
and
as well
show
as
you
their
the
skills.
variable needs for these things. Okay, so this is one of my playthroughs. Wildwater Bay. It's one of my biggest settlements in the game. And now look, I can't really highlight this, but look where it says maintenance costs bottom center. up here, I get to -25. The need is less here, where it's less
Show
populated,
unfulfilled demand.
but higher here, where it's more populated. So although somewhere, the proximity to structures is going to be very, very, very different depending on where you are. Now, in our current settlement, it's worth mentioning, we need power. Now, these particular power grids will not be used the entire game, but it's worth mentioning they are quite unique. They are a holdover from Anno 2070, and these reticles indicate the area in which they operate. So I put down this one. This one's 100% efficiency. Read on where I'm clicking 100% efficiency. Boom, lots of power. We put one side by side with it. This one's like 8% efficiency. One next to it, it's 58% efficiency. So these places can be very far apart in sort of efficiency of each other. So now here's the important next step, promotions. So there's a few ways to do this. One, you can do it individually by clicking on a button.
Remarkable progress.
And that's
You've assembled
amazing.
construction
You use the U key to select this one
more
on
than
it.
ready for the first
Or you can use the A key and select a button.
Your city will
And
live
upgrade
Union
all the
space
and all
station
at
via a
once.
space elevator. So far, only megaports
It
like the
costs
five
resources to upgrade. So we go to here, say motion hubs, 2 biopolymers. So although I do have lots of those that can upgrade right now, I'm still upgrading biopolymers. So we're going to slowly get them up, and on the actual building that has been upgraded, we have a new class. So these are operators, these are workers, and this new class can support more workforce and provides more income. So you can see here, 14, the upgrade building 16, maxed out building 5, not even close to maxed out building 6. So you get slightly more income. So this upgrade is definitely worthwhile to always upgrade any building that you can, just for the sake that it's going to give you more income. And income is the biggest part of this game, because after all, economic logistics simulator. So, now that we've got a new tier, that means we get new buildings. Now, you need to know somewhere that we start off these crappy small ones, but eventually they move into these big bustling ones right here. And bustling ones are the ones that we use now on the doors, which is just more efficient. And it also gives us new building resources. Now, like I said, this other building resource here is the only one that can be produced without building another building resource first. This one here requires biopolymers to build. And we need that resource. We need it because almost every other resource is going to require some number of constructive mods. See, this one here requires 2. And this one actually requires none because of a council decision, but normally it would cost 1 constructive mod. So we need to build 2 mining sites. Now there's 2 ways to delay your mines. One is you just select it and it'll highlight the areas that you can build your mines in. Right? That's one way. You just click on it. The other way is that you click on the mine and select what resource you want. Either way is fine. So we need feldspar and we need coal. And I didn't do it there because that's my preference. I mean, like that. I just want to be able to show that's how you do it. And so now we have bonuses here. Short on power, so we'll have another power plant here. And we need to have a plant. Now, I'm not going to build too many
You
of
gathered
these.
the components needed for the elevator. Only the elevator cable requires special materials you can't
But
produce.
it is an important
arranged
resource.
for delivery.
So I'm holding down the plus key. The plus key is how you fast forward in this game, and that's going to allow me to build more of these constructive mods fast. I need to get down more settlements. That's important. I don't want to these big ones now, because these big ones have huge population growth. So let's wait for this one to fill out and see the differences here. This is a maxed out tier 1 residence. And your regular one is 5 workers. Our maxed out one here is 15. More. Anyway, it's a significant amount of workers. These ones, I would say it's probably over 20. Is that my gamble here? 18. Okay. So these guys are more space efficient because, yeah, I'm going to say it's 20, but you can put them side by side and a road. And you can see there's a road here. And so overall, these big guys are very good space efficiency. When you look at the worker count here, in terms of resources you're spending, great. 2 biopolymers on constructive bot or almost the equivalent of 4 of these worker residences. Almost. you're going to lose one worker to make up for the fact that you're going to have more space efficiency, but that's not too big.
Unleashing electricity moves
And
at the speed of light.
when I'm playing this, I actually end up deleting these small buildings and just replace them with the bigger buildings. So yeah, the whole point of this game is to meet all of these needs, all of them over time, slowly getting all these needs up. And as you gain more population, you're going to unlock more needs-based buildings. So I'm going to go ahead and skip until the next part of this. I'm not going to do this entire mission, but this is something worth mentioning. You hit this button here, and it will bring you to the Overworld map, which will show you all the zones that you'll be able to unlock once you have the required amount of credit and the required level. These are owned by different powers, so you require to actually out-level them. To see your level compared to theirs, you click on this button here, and you go to ranking, and it'll show you where you are in relation to everyone. Meitian is the easiest one, obviously, and then up here, and then Buhari is the hardest to get. And
a pleasure to see you.
Actually, I'm pretty sure this guy's the hardest, Aiden Bagavera. And every single time you take over one of these places, all their levels will increase as well. So there's going to be two of these things called intervention zones. One is here, and one is not revealed.
Let's see
now,
how many
if you have
ships
the wild,
do in the field.
The DLC
Pleased to meet you. I'm Eston Island, Arctic
for,
Custodian Chief Biologist.
Tundra, you unlock
I'm in
this
charge of the
by
sea
simply having
vaults
one
here.
executive. It doesn't cost any money or anything like that. It just adds to the game. So I'm going to go
Get
on
our
here,
ships out of there, and in one piece.
these missions give you difficulty-based rewards. So the lowest difficulty, I can get 25 graphene and 20 iridium. And that's what I will be showing next, is the all-important iridium and graphene. The ship combat is not that difficult, and it's pretty obvious, I think. Okay, so the resources, iridium and graphene. In a few ways. One, you purchase them sometimes
Even I don't know how I
sometimes not. That's one way of getting this.
I'm
Another
way
is by
too
doing
old for
these
adventures
missions,
like that.
and they will pop up in these
So you better make
zones
sure
from
you
time to
got a
time.
decent battle fleet. Stop by the dockyard if you have any ships.
And then the third way is by doing missions.
In the Arctic, all their actions will fall
you'll-
under the
you'll usually find them
supervision of
around
the
here
Arctic
as well.
Custodians.
So they
Let's have
give
a look at their
you
territory.
the benefits. Now, what are they using? That's an important question. So graphene flows and the crucial resource expanding construction. In this case, it's entire field. Now, there's something right here. Synthesize. So, and synthesize right here. So the resource that is used to build the Jupiter. So when I click on this, now come here. Oh, great. Well, notice there's a red box here right here. It's probably something. That indicates that the heat of this resource is now negative. And now here all down there. And this guy's losing at 100% rate. Now, he's not losing so we notice the water is short. There we go. We're going short. And we also need now, next resource, iridium. This is not a resource we want to waste. We want to hold on to, but it's also important. It is a universal resource, as in it can be used in any sector. It will increase on 4 different lines, 3 per building. So for this building, we have more importantly, increased by 10%. Not a big deal on this particular place. Energy maintenance is a big deal here, and logistics maintenance down by 2. Another thing that is a big deal is down by 10. Why that's a big deal is if you look at logistic buildings, they provide 25. So by reducing it by 10, that's going to allow you to build an extra 3 structures or so per logistic building. And logistic buildings themselves do a lot of power, 50. And they use, a lot of power. So for a lot of these lower level buildings, reducing logistics is going to be great. It's going to work out really awesome. For higher level buildings, energy maintenance is going to be big. And I said there was a fourth module. Fourth module is here in all power stations.
Time to make some improvements.
In this power station, we have credit maintenance and workforce maintenance. And here, credit maintenance means there's less money to generate power. This is great. Now, we do need a building, put modules in this, we're going to go to the Arctic sectors, and we have to choose one of these three, which it doesn't really matter which you choose. They all have relatively the same value, and you can unlock them all eventually. But I'm going to be going with the one with the most mountain sites, but also has a ridiculous amount of coastal sites with the Akuma Glacier. And we will be getting there. And this place has different mechanics of its own. Okay, so this is the Arctic, and the Arctic has its own
The
set of
Arctic
resources.
custodians will watch you like a hawk from now on.
So one is that you can
Their
rebuild
directives are
these
strict,
sites.
but you should adhere to
But on
them
that
while
way, these
building
are
up your
your
basic
heat
infrastructure.
sources. And
Meeting
you can
standards
make that
alone will be a
grow
challenge.
So try and build the heat sources and just get the population there. Now, where the population is your main goal of your primary settlement,
anything
it's
to
not your
complain
main goal of the
Construction
Arctic
options.
settlement.
Yo, sorry my colleagues are trying to get me.
Entirely a resource.
Billy Jorgensen, nice to
other
meet you.
purpose.
I run a trading post here, but business.
So
yeah,
use
just
them.
consider dropping
Use
by.
them as
Okay?
such, they are just that resource. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm only getting a little bit because I know I need a lot coming in. And these are once again a resource that can be built
Underpollution of
with a
specific
resource
consumables detected.
rare in the game. So once again, you lay down a mine.
Fine, your
and
settlement seems to follow
build
our
a
regulations.
compression chamber.
You are permitted to continue the expansion of your spaceport within
Now,
reasonable.
by doing this,
Well, that's exactly what's
we
on
have
the
three
agenda
different
right now.
heat sources.
The orbital watch
All
is
your
still threatening the Union
act
trade
as heat
lanes.
sources,
You have
which
to
is
establish your own
awesome.
shipping docks at the spaceport.
Now, we were just talking about upgrading buildings, and this place has its own unique resource called petrochemicals, which I have none currently, and I don't want people to have any for a little bit longer, but we will eventually be able to get them. These people have their own sets of distinct needs. One is vitamin drinks, canned foods, and meat plants. Now, I'm going to put down some canned foods. It says there to build their needs for canned foods, but that's actually a lie. It's not true at all. So canned foods requires fish and a carrot. And we should wait on that resource to go up. So, in a second now. And I'm not going to be expanding Ring 2 down like I did previously. With the other resource because it's in truth not that valuable resource. There's a little bit of a bug here. There we go. Now it's recognized by you. And run over here. And so you can see that workers here are getting pretty fast there. So we're not going to build any new buildings until we have more need for more of a need for workforce. We just don't want them eating up resources because we need that resource. At the same time, we also need to get workers. Now, a lot of them keep in mind to unlock our next stage here. And they're
As long as it stays like this.
as they get that need met. Now, one thing we can do here is create a trade route. Trade routes in this game are pretty simple. So we're going to click on New Transfer Route, and we have to decide what sector the good that we need is. And the good that we need for these guys is vitamin drinks, which is right here in the temperate zone. Now, worth mentioning, I'm currently -1 in production here, but I'm going to transfer them anyway over to here. Oh, my bad, I actually... Oops, I got to open the spaceport first, so I can't do that yet. That'll be done later. In the meantime, we got to get
It's
the
cold out
population
there,
up
isn't it?
so we can unlock more buildings and do some more fun stuff. So, not getting a lot of production. Now, in cases like this where I don't have a lot of production, you can actually look around the map, and there will be little pickups from time to time. And I'm not getting it right yet, but they will appear on the map, and they offer you a small cache of resources. I'm not seeing any at all. Oh, there we go. There's one of these. Click on it and boom, there's 2 metal foams. That's one building, and there's another one, 5 metal foam. And they will appear on any landmass that you can build on. And it's well worth this particular zone.
got nothing to counter these
inter-city
attacks.
trade here.
Jorgensen is right. We have to interfere, official admission or not. Enact a hacking counterattack against the orbital watch's jamming stations. Or destroy them.
We're at 75 now. It says we're at 75 workers at least.
As long as it stays like this.
Must be for these wired things, maybe type things. Yes, so unlocking this spaceport will allow us to do some trade, which will help us increase our population here by feeding them over some of these precious drinks. This place and the moon basically will almost never be profitable, at least not highly profitable. You can see that my income is actually it dips from operating here, and that's just the fact of the matter. It's a good place, and it's not a great place to live.
Spaceport expansion.
Eternal winter.
So yeah, according to this, according to one stat, I have 70 workers, and the other one growing up still. But we can get that number up by unlocking the spaceport, and once again, I'm not going to show you the entire mission. There's two ways to unlock the spaceport. One is by reaching the next level, which will be optimized and expanded, and the other one is by doing a can attack or combat zone. And the reason why you need to do this is because it takes petrochemicals. This is a special rare resource to actually upgrade this, and you just don't have 10 petrochemicals. Okay, now we have that unlocked. So, like I was saying, this is currently negative, but they are producing a large amount. This is just going to put it further negative. So, click on one, click on the other, indicate how many goods you want to ship. Now, I can ship a lot. You know, I can ship up to 20 here. Will they actually get 20? Probably not. It depends on what the actual maximum production here. But they only need a few, so we're only going to send them a few. And maybe we'll send them one extra one.
Being exposed to those freezing temperatures all day?
So,
Your Arctic stuff will sure appreciate
this
the
is
extra
going to
vitamins.
increase their happiness. Looks like they need more cans. That's one thing that is going to get by holding down the left click and slide across. So, click on the building.
Eternal winter. Well,
That
get
looks
used to
like
it.
you click on the building and just like that, pretty easy. And same thing as the other place. You can increase your production area by doing that. One difference though is that these modules actually expand the zones here. So their placements can be used a little more trivial for building placements. That's fine as is. So all this was done just to get to one resource. That is this resource called Neuro Modules, or Neuro Implants, sorry. And in order to get this, we need molybdenum, and this resource is a mining resource, and it's probably the most important resource in the game because it's used to make two things. And same thing, it gives us a heat source, which is excellent. And we can put a plant down. Now, we have logistical problems here. Not good, right? And we also have power problems, two things at once. So we put down our logic.
Great.
We'll send from here
Our
and
control
cover
and
that.
communication systems in
And
space
this place
will be
uses
operated with these
geothermal power,
interfaces.
mountain power. It's a lot more power than other zones, but this place also uses a lot more power than other zones. So this might not be all that sustainable. They weren't mentioning at one point at 3K credit balance, and now with all these changes, I'm dipping. So this is definitely not going to be the place to build for that sort of stuff. So now we have no implants built, and we just have to figure out how many that we have to ship over to the other colony. So we're going to take our neuro implants, and look, we need 5. We're producing 3. So I like to shift the balance of resources first, and I always like to add a little bit extra, just so that we have a little bit of wiggle room for development. So now I'm going to have to develop another 4 of these things. So we've got to select this facility here, which is their own modules. And remember, the heat source matter. So how we build this is going to matter. But it's not running across this way first. So I can get that. It looks like I'm short on power again. I don't think I just had the chemicals for this. So like I was saying, this place uses a ridiculous amount of power here. I'm sure I can call it of course you always need to it's a super important resource. So now we're positive here. Their implants by a nice bit actually, so I can just transfer even more down. because here's how the transports work. There's going to be 3 tiers of transports eventually. Currently, I'm only at 1 tier, and you'll unlock more further in the game. I think this is better off showing in a different thing. Anyway, this transport costs 200 and can ship a maximum of 20. You're almost always better off doing the maximum transport amount. Let me just shift over to another game to show the 3 different tiers.
Inefficient.
Right.
Cost.
So this is
Missing goods.
I'm pretty damn close to maxed out civilization here.
Transfer route.
Ridiculous
in a
numbers of
transfer route.
routes.
Inefficient. Transfer
We have a lot more
route
resources,
output
obviously.
at 0.
Some machines use a simple resource,
Countermeasures
bioresin.
recommended.
Transfer
Transfer route.
any
In transfer
tool
route
zones.
suffers.
So you can
from
kind of see here that I
inadequate
have
transfer route output
3
at
docks. Now,
0.
my maximum I can ship is 29.
Countermeasures recommended.
So they're going to charge me 1,000 to
transfer
send
route
29.
output at 0.
But I can ship 20 for
Countermeasures
200.
transfer route
So I can create
inefficient.
2 trade routes
Cost. Missing
to ship
goods.
29 at 400 credits.
Transfer route suffers
Or
from inadequate
One
supply
trade
of
route
goods.
to ship the 29 at 1,000 credits. Now, obviously, there's a certain point where this becomes more worthwhile, as you can fit 150 here at 1,000 credits. So after you get to 100 of a resource, you ship it over to this guy, the big bulky ship. Now, the one you'll probably never ever use in this game, and just being honest, that's how it is. You'll never ever use this. Is this bigger super transport, which ships 500 of a resource at 2,000. You'll probably never use this. It's just not a. There's never a point where you need 500 of anything actually. And yeah, it's kind of a big deal to get to this point, if you can ever get to that point, which you can't actually get to that point. So worth mentioning, use this first trade route up until you get to about 100 of a type heading in one direction from one place to another, and then switch off to this guy. I mean, using this guy is going to cost you a lot of credits and not going to give you a lot of return for its value. Okay, so we're back in the airfield. I think this will be the final part. Closing it anyway. Community center is probably the NPC. Not going to do anything at all. So whatever it's going to be, figure out.
Times like these,
That's going to balance
people
it out.
closer together.
So these earth
Especially
people,
with
they can be
terrorists.
upgraded to 1 tier. And just like the other people, it's worthwhile to get yet. Because on top of unlocking more field types, it also has an extra effect of increasing the revenues.
So, what do you
And
say?
same sort of thing here. They have exceedingly high cost for upgrading 5 million equipment. And you keep the AP over here, click on this, and you want to go and when you're in this position, it's good to just, look around, things like this. Alternatively, you can go over to the port, which is always denoted right here.
Come on in and hang out.
Yeah, you can buy them.
You know how to trade.
And set the buy over here. So not all of them.
Attention. Under provision of
Also
specific
mentioning this is a mission
I
deacon.
figured you would know that I just had a
They're all pretty simple. They all give resources in there of very specific types. And they're well worth doing. It'll something so busy with while you're also doing we're missing here. No can. In fact, gonna need
Copy
this,
that.
Then we need that upgrade. Well, we don't need the upgrade. We can actually just lay down another
Full
mission.
speed ahead.
Completely another option. And something that we will have to do eventually. Shock and lock, all balance through. We can head on modules to that after. When you go to the old flying character, this does cost a little more power, a little more work
Underway.
and all that sort of stuff, but not really a big deal. You don't want to find one piece anyway.
The planet will thank you for
And so we
it.
can upgrade a whole bunch of these. Now,
Help others to help yourself.
this
This
is kind of like my
assignment's
final
very
thought
broad
here.
in terms of materials and resources.
With the Arctic and the tundra, there are 2 classes of systems. This is the maximum delivery gun. Right? This is the maximum delivery gun.
Production is
resource.
running? Good.
That-
Besides
that-
launchpad and shuttle
that
construction, never like this has many other applications.
Super alloy. And for that you need everything by certain populations. When I have actually 8 more. This one because this is one of the resources needed for making a spaceport. That's why they want me to do that. And like I
that's
said,
the thing.
the route costs you money.
The
It's
metal
not free.
deliveries are coming in at a
200
good
cost.
rate now.
Boom.
Phase
and you'll never
3
get
is
value
within
out of that.
reach. But coordinating all the
So I
different
will
branches
leave
of
you
your
here,
space program will be a
with
tremendous
that.
task.
I
You will have to
might do
delegate
something a
some
little more complicated
responsibilities,
about
like
the
it or
moon,
not.
and then something a little more complicated about the tundra. But this is just the basics of the game. This
Transfer
is
route
how you
suffers
play the
from
game,
inadequate
what you're looking
supply of
for, and
goods.
remember, 2 tiers for every other zone, 5 tiers for this one. And this is the place we want to have fun. This place we want to flood. It doesn't matter how many we have ordered yet. We want one more place with more and more and more and more and more orders. Because this will be the place that pays for everything else. Has all these expensive demands that everywhere else will need. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Trollmaker, and I hope you guys will join me for more awesome videos on Anno 05. See you guys then.